Taking a live look now at New York City, where next week the closing arguments will begin in the hush money trial for former President Donald Trump. So let's get right over to it. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes here. So for people who aren't familiar, what happens during closing arguments, but especially in this kind of case?
This case will be exactly like every other case, except for it's dealing with the President of the United States. What will happen is there'll be a couple of things that happen after they close. So typically, once the defense says, you know what, Your Honor, our case rests, we're done, you would move into that closing arguments portion. Then there will be a break. And then there will be some jury instruction discussion and a little bit of things after that. But today, this week, the judge decided that there wouldn't have been enough time. He told them, I'll see you next week. So we'll hear closing arguments early next week on Tuesday because the court's closed on the holiday. But in the closing arguments, the state will typically, they go from a PowerPoint presentation. They want to ensure that they get all of the elements. Those are the requirements. You know, you have to check each one of those boxes. And for his case, it's did he have intent to defraud? And specifically, did he do that with one federal charge they claimed and 2 state charges? And the discussion between defense and prosecution and the judge was, well, does the jury have to be unanimous on the one specific count that you're saying? Do we all have to agree that he did it with the federal charge? Or do we all have to agree that he did it with the state charge? And the judge the other day said the jury instructions will say that the jury can determine that he just did one of those 3. And so 4 of you can think that he did it with the federal charge, and the other ones can think that he did it with the state charge, and that still would count as unanimous. That's a win for the prosecutor, and that's a big blow for the defense. And that's the things that you'll hear in closing. They will remind them that the judge has given you the instructions. I can't tell you what the law is. The judge has to do that. But what I can tell you is all this evidence that we threw in front of you, believe the folks that we told you we'd bring in front of you. You had an opportunity to listen to them, remember what you heard, and now go in there and give me a guilty verdict. That's what the prosecutor will say. On the other side, the defense will say, you know what? They didn't prove their case. We only gave you 2 witnesses. We didn't have to do much because they failed to prove their case. Turn around and give them a not guilty. That's basically what a closing will be for both sides.
Well, and sometimes those instructions is what takes juries so long to come back with a verdict. But you mentioned that it's on the prosecutors to prove without a reasonable doubt their case, right? Do you think the defense could have swayed any of the jurors?
Well, this is the part that's so weird about this case, because we all knew that Michael Cohen is probably the most trustworthy person out there. No one would let him babysit their kids, let alone testify in court. But the problem is what the defense did was they one-upped him. When they brought their star defense witness in, he didn't help at all. He was hurt. He hurt the defense by being combative with the judge. His demeanor, his posturing, his frustration, that the jury saw that. Even when the judge removes the jury, jurors aren't blind. They recognize that they're getting pushed out the courtroom for something that just happened. And if that's something that just happened, is supposed to be your defense witness, that's not good. And he didn't help. He was probably more untrustworthy than Cohen. He had text messages that contradicted what he said, and so it didn't help him. I think if they were going to put anyone on, it had to be the president, and all you could have done was just stand up and say, Your Honor, we rest. We don't want to present anything. Yeah. Because I think what they presented, their 2 witnesses, the paralegal and Costanza, both did nothing. Costello, I should say, did nothing to help their case.
Well, and so the big looming question here, though, is if the former president is convicted, what happens next, and do you really see prison time here? 1
to 4 years is the maximum for this charge. Typically, a person that's convicted of this type of charge, you're talking about falsifying documents, doesn't do prison time. Normally, some type of fine and fee and probation. That's what I would anticipate. I think the state did an excellent job proving at least one of those instances that he had intent to defraud. And because they did that, cross-examination of the defense's star witness was heavily weighing to the prosecuting. As a criminal defense attorney, if I'm advising my client, I'm saying, listen, be prepared for them to come back with a guilty verdict. I mean, because you want to let them know what they're walking into. What you don't want Trump to do is walk in there thinking, you know, we're walking on cloud nine. I just hit a home run. If you watch this, I should say, listen to the text messages that came out, because we couldn't watch. If you saw that, you recognize that this is not one that he won.
All right. Well, so come Tuesday, we'll get those closing arguments, and then it'll be up to the jury. Khalif, thank you.